Snack time! I'm your host, Marno. Joining me on the playground today is my friend, Dacia, who is sharing her favorite snack, nuts. Dacia, hi.
I love the concept of like the episode that I'm on being a handful of nuts.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Specifically a handful of nuts.
A handful of nuts. That is like a recent thing for me. I didn't want to come into this podcast with like immediate controversy. Oh my God. I'm nervous. It's fine. I've never been on a podcast. It's, I
mean, I love that this is only the third episode of Snack Time and we're already diving into controversy.
Love controversy. Personally, that's how I live my life. Just constantly waiting to be canceled. No, I'm kidding. No, do not. No, I'm kidding. I'm a good person. I promise. Can you hear how nervous I am? It's great. It's fine. Like you hit record and all of a sudden I'm like,
okay, but also I feel like that really fits with the vibe of a handful of nuts being your current fave snack. Like, let's please dive into this. Like, I feel like a handful of nuts.
It's chaotic. I feel like that chaotic snack. Like
yes.
I'm like, should we start serious? Should we start like, what do we do here? Okay, let's talk about it. I'll get into it.
I'm ready for it.
I'm not like much of a snacker.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I feel like it's controversial for me to just pick like a handful of nuts.
Yeah, I can't relate.
For the whole day. I used to eat like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And then my health got great. It's fine. We can laugh upon it. But
I mean, I still eat like garbage.
And that's,
I mean,
honestly,
there's a balance. Okay. Like I try not to, but
right.
I'm just saying I feel that and I'm still there.
And that is honestly so fine. But I was having like trouble with like eating snacks and then have to think to myself, like, am I eating this because I need sustenance? Mm-hmm. Or am I eating this because I'm trying to fill some sort of void?
Right.
Wow, let's talk about it, So I like started working out and I started wanting to be more aware of what I was putting into my body to like fuel this new fitness life that I was starting to live.
I mean, yes, like once you start focusing on it, how can you ignore,
Yeah, it was just like
the nutrition is.
I had to.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized like I was super overeating, and not in a fun, like, oh my God, I have a food baby, whatever. It was just like, oh, I am actually overeating because I have trauma baby. And I found myself eating because I have so much trauma that it's just like, I'm going to eat to fill this in my heart.
Yeah.
And I feel so much better about like my body now, about the way that I look, which is something that is very new for me.
That's and also fantastic.
New for me as a woman because society is not nice to us.
No, society is not. He is
not nice.
Not nice.
And I'm trying to fix it, but I can only fix it in myself first.
With nuts.
With nuts. I currently have the Trader Joe's Omega Trail Mix, and it's walnuts, almonds, pecans, sunflower seeds, and dried cranberries.
Fun fact, if you wanted to kill me, you could force feed me that because walnuts and pecans will literally cause me to go into anaphylactic shock and die.
Well, I do know how to use your EpiPen because you did teach me in college when we spent, every day together. And you were like, we eat a lot of meals together. You should probably know how to use my EpiPen.
Like, truly, though, we used to eat so much together that I was like, yeah, like if I'm going to go into anaphylactic shock with anyone, it's probably statistically going to be Dacia.
Yep. And I remember you had the practice one too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel so confident about my friends with allergies now because of that. I have another friend who's like deathly allergic to almonds and has an EpiPen on her at all times. And she's like, you know how to use this, right? I was like, baby, I got this on lock. You want to have an allergic reaction? Baby, I got you. Tell me where that EpiPen is. I stab you right away. It's good. It's great.
Oh my God.
I'm like, if you need me to be that friend, I will absolutely do it.
Your EpiPen friend.
Yeah. But I will not be like that episode of Broad City where she like accidentally stabs herself. That I will not do.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not.
That would be wild. I like would hope people would take out their cameras and you'd end up on TikTok. You know?
Oh my God.
Like, because that would have to be documented if that happened. Or like on Twitter. There just has to be video footage.
Has to be. And you know what? There probably would be because everyone takes out their phones for everything.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm one of them. So I'm not judging. I'm like, do it.
Honestly, no regrets ever from anything that I've taken a picture of or taken a video of because I love to look back and remember those memories.
Literally same. I'll like record dumb videos of my friends doing dumb voices. And the next day I'll be like, why did I do this? But I won't delete them. And then a year later, I will look back on my videos and I'm like, oh, look at how much fun I had with my friends. Look how stupid they are in a beautiful way because I'm also stupid.
It's so beautiful. I freaking love it. I mean, that's the best part about, I don't know. One of the greatest things about technology is that ability to like preserve memories, which actually, fun fact about this podcast, I mean, the first episode hasn't even gone up yet. By the time you're listening, it has. And it's been uploaded on Tuesday. And there is a really great history of me with the day Tuesday. And
Tasty Tuesday.
Okay, so you know where I'm going with this.
Baby,
So back in college, there would be food trucks on our campus every Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
Dacia and I, at the very beginning of our friendship, the seed had just been planted. We decided, hey, we both want to try these food trucks. Let's get lunch every Tuesday and call it Tasty Tuesday, and we're going to eat together. And we were just like, this is fun and cute. Then, excuse me. Then, fast forward, I'm friends with Cece, who now the three of us are friends and my creative muses, essentially.
What a friendship.
What a friendship. Cece and I have a radio show on campus with our other friend Destiny, and we call it Tasty Tunes. And we have our shows on Tuesdays. And there is just a tradition, I guess, that I didn't really realize in my life of tasty related things on Tuesdays. And I love alliteration. I am an alliteration bitch. So the Tasty Tuesday, Tasty Tunes. I mean, I know Snacktime. Snack has the time in it. Like, it's just, it's on a Tuesday. So that's why a little fun fact about this podcast, why episodes go up on Tuesdays, because traditionally and historically in my life, Tuesdays have been tasty. And also Tuesdays kind of like, if you work a regular Monday through Friday job, are kind of a shitty day. Because it's like, It's not Monday. It's not even halfway Wednesday. It's like Tuesday, you know?
Might as well just have like a nice little treat.
Yeah. So at least have a little Tuesday treat snack time with me and a friend, you know?
Now this is like, for your listeners, this will be a tasty treat for your ears.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know?
Yeah. Yum.
Yum. I love hearing these voices.
Hearing these voices and hearing these voices talk about tasty things that maybe they want to try.
Okay.
Like this trail mix that you're telling me. So is it your go-to from TJ's?
this is my favorite kind of trail mix, and I just only really shop at Trader Joe's because honestly, real grocery stores, that ain't it. You know what I mean? Like too many people, it's too commercial, you know.
I mean, and Trader Joe's is good quality and usually really great prices. Like we
all know I'm a cheap girl. Is it bad that I'm eating it now?
No. Okay. So that's kind of like the idea of the show. Yeah. So I actually do have some nuts that I'm not allergic to in my house.
Perfect.
I love Blue Diamond almonds. Like their bold flavors are so good. So
wait, I'm sorry. What? I've never heard of these.
Oh, they're like flavored almonds and they're so delicious. They're not at Trader Joe's though.
That's okay.
So,
I could venture out for some nuts.
Okay. I mean,
like I do in my real life.
I feel like Trader Joe's must have some kind of flavored nut.
Oh, okay. Wait. No, there is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it all the time because otherwise I will eat the entire bag.
Mm-hmm.
They are these like spicy sweet pecans. Oh, you can't eat them, but
right.
they are so good. They're like candied spicy pecans, and
wow,
I love them.
I see your dad.
You know what? This is the sexiness of living at home with my parents. Is that
do I understand? This is my second time.
Yeah, it's great.
This is my second time coming back home.
Same, babe.
Oh, God, yes, because you...
Two-time champ over here.
You moved out at 1.2.
Yep. And then I had an awful cockroach situation at my house.
Oh, no.
And my landlord was also just like a cockroach of a human being.
Maybe the landlord was just a bunch of cockroaches in a flesh suit, and like the cockroach in your place was actually from the landlord.
Well, that would make sense because we would murder these cockroaches daily, and he would have an exterminator come and he'd be like, it's not a building issue. What the exterminator says is wrong. Like, I'm not going to tent the building. It's a unit issue. I'm like, this exterminator said it's a building issue? How dare you? I think he just didn't want us to keep murdering him, if your theory is correct.
He's like the freaking, what's his name? Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas, where he's just literally a sack of bugs.
That is him. Honestly, that is him. And I will say that the pettiest thing I've ever my entire life was like the final email I sent to him in regards to my security deposit, because he came to check our apartment out. He was like, it's all good. You'll get it all back. And then after we moved out, he was like, actually, this isn't all good. Like, I'm going to have to take some of this, some of that. We're like,
no.
Inaccurate. We thought him on so much. And ultimately, the last email I sent to him was of every single picture I had taken of a dead cockroach in my house. Because every time we had a cockroach issue, he insisted that we send him pictures of the dead cockroach to prove to him, but also so that he could show the exterminators what kind of cockroaches we had in our house.
For him to frame them on his wall
because it's him. Yeah, exactly. And so I just sent him, I think there were maybe 18 images in this email.
God.
Like, there could have been more, but it was the pettiest thing. I was like, I hope your next tenant enjoys all these pictures. But that joke's on me, because like the next tenant wouldn't see that email. You know what I mean?
God. I mean, they're probably dealing with it if they're even still there.
I don't know. Yeah. You know, bless the souls that took over that apartment. Beautiful lighting. You know, very sunny, bright, but ultimately cockroach central.
Cockroach central. Yikes.
I'll just say I'm back home with my parents, which is a very sexy look for the both of us, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's, everyone's number one when they're like looking for someone to spend the rest of their life with. They're like, I want to not be able to like go over to them without having to meet their parents. Right? Like that's like what you want to do on the first date, right?
That is like so hot because it creates so much of an intimacy right up, like, wow, you can't
I mean, what's sexier than thinking like, wow, this person that I might potentially want to have sex with came from those two humans having sex? Like,
hot,
wow.
like insta boner. Can I say boner on this podcast?
We can say anything we want on this podcast.
Okay, incredible. I'm like, do I talk about masturbation at home? Like, what is the?
Oh my god!
Like, let's not touch upon it.
We might need to have a whole other episode.
Okay, cool.
These kinds of
incredible, because I have stuff to say.
I mean, you're obviously going to come back, so
I love the idea of coming back. Because I could talk forever.
Oh, so yeah, we have to just continue that into more episodes. So I'm just letting you know now, like, it's scheduled.
Sign me up.
Perfect.
Oh, it's scheduled? Okay, great.
You'll just have to think of like some other like thing that you eat. Maybe not even a snack, but like just something else that we could like kind of base the episode on, you know.
Oh, okay.
For just like semantics.
I'm ready. Is a protein smoothie a snack? Because baby.
Okay. Yeah, we'll save it. So back to nuts. So nuts is kind of a more recent like go-to snack for you.
For sure.
But why has it not always been a go-to snack? Like, why now? And why not before? Because they are tasty.
They are.
Why weren't they a favorite before?
I don't think they were a favorite before because I am much more of a sweets person.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an Oreo. Give me a chocolate covered almond. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, give me anything that has chocolate on it and I will absolutely eat it. That's okay. I'm already going to go back on exactly what I just said. That's not true. It has to be
controversial. This is controversial. This episode is seething with controversy.
No, it has to be dark chocolate. I hate milk chocolate. I hate white chocolate. It has to be dark chocolate.
Okay, well, let's talk about the white chocolate of it all. White chocolate is not chocolate.
It's literally sugar, and I will vomit if I eat it. It's gross. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the white.
I mean, there's no cacao. There's no cacao.
Where's the flavor is what I'm really asking.
I mean, I'm going to argue there's a time and a place for white chocolate, and it's usually in very small amounts. But like, I just don't get how it qualifies as chocolate when there's literally no, the ingredients do not have chocolate.
Yeah. Who decided that white chocolate is considered chocolate?
I mean, I'm almost 100% sure a white person, like, come on.
I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but if the controversy is here, it's a white person that did this. For sure. I'm not doing the research, but I'm sure. I feel it.
We just like to make really bold statements about snacks that we don't like.
Exactly. Snacks that I also don't like, pickles, but we're not talking about that. This is the controversy episode because I'm like,
this is the hater episode.
Which I promise is like not my energy. I'm like so freaking romantic. I'm like, let me write you a sweet little sentence about the trees. And why
we'll read it and eat it up.
Yeah, absolutely. But food, man, I've got opinions. Opinions.
We're like getting into some deep stuff.
The almonds of it all, incredible. We love. Anyway, I'm back. Let's go back to it. I like them now because I feel like they provide a good amount of like protein and also the fact that they are filling to me. I also like the simplicity of nuts. I don't really like things to be too salty or too sweet, as evidenced by my opinions on white chocolate. But I like just a classic raw almond.
Oh, she likes them raw.
I love them raw. I like raw nuts.
See, I like my nuts toasty.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll dabble with a raw nut, but a nut isn't my go-to. So when I do, it's usually toasted, and if I have the option, also flavored.
Yeah. And that's I think that's what I want to get to here is that nuts are so versatile.
So
you know what I mean?
versatile. Mm-hmm.
They are so versatile in the sense that they are that because they're so simple and you can pair them absolutely anything.
They can go sweet or salty or both.
Truly. And it's
they can go umami.
Baby, you know, they are the moment. They are icons. Like
a handful of nuts is the moment. When it comes to snacking, are you salty or sweet? Pick a side and show your pride with Snacktime merch. We've got stickers, we've got mugs, we've even got bucket hats. All available at shopMarno on Etsy. That's ShopMarno on Etsy. Now, back to Snacktime. Okay, so let's get into like the specifics of a handful. Okay. So like you're not a girl who's like, oh, I'm really hungry for a snack. Let me just like grab the whole bag. Or let me like I have like the whole like little jar, which has 6 servings in it. Or even a bowl. Like why the specific of a handful? I feel like a handful is always exactly what I want in a snack. Do you just know your body? Yeah. This is all about knowing you. You know, maybe some people need 2 handfuls. That's okay. Or like half a handful. Like that's also okay. You know, for me, it's the 1 handful because these little tiny baby hands, they just want a little bit of nuts. Tell me about those baby hands. They're so small. People laugh at them and it's fine. That is part of my trauma. No, you're laughing to the bag of nuts because for you, that tiny hand is the perfect amount for you. It is. For you. For me. I personally love like the bag of almonds, you know, not quite the canister because, you know, the hand in the can, it's not for me. Even for a tiny hand though, the canister you can fit right in just fine. It's the big handies that are going to have trouble with the canister, you know? So big handy's gotta pour it out. Little handy gotta just go right in. To do like a little claw situation, like the claw game. I love that I'm doing motions and knowing that this is recorded and no one can see me. Well, I'm always talking with my hands, so it's fine. It's fine. But I love the handful because it's also great to travel with. You know what I mean? Like in your hand though? Yeah. Like you got to grab the handful and you're like, okay, I got to get back to whatever I was doing. And you're just walking, plopping one in, you know, and you sit down, put it wherever you need to. It's not messy. A raw almond is not a messy. Well, see, yeah, here's the thing. Like, yeah, so totally it has to be the raw for that whole situation. Because if I grab a handful of these salt and vinegar, like there's going to be you need salt a napkin. And malic acid just all over the place. Or I'm going to be licking my fingers, which like I guess is okay, but gross. We don't want that, especially right now. We got to wash our hands. Yeah, not right now. Which is why the raw almond for me is peak nut, perfection. Again, the moment. Again, an icon. You know, like we love her at her most raw. Can I ask you a really raw question? Oh my God. I mean, yeah, let's get into it. What is your hierarchy of nuts? Oh, okay. Yeah. No, let's talk about this. Okay. I mean, I think we know by now, Miss Almond is number 1. Miss Almond is number 1. She will always be number 1 in my heart. Like, if there is a chocolate or some sort of dessert with almonds in it, you know I'm picking that one. You know I'm going that one. But okay, so what we have almonds, we have walnuts, we have cashews, we have peanuts, pecans, hazelnut.
Hazelnut. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
We could go on and on. Okay, but I think I'm going to go almond.
Is number one.
Number one.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to go walnut.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
I love walnuts so much. Another fave in sweets. Also very versatile. Then I'm going to go pecan.
Mm-hmm.
I love pecan. And then cashew.
Mm-hmm. I do really like cashews.
I've learned to love cashews more than ever before. I used to hate on cashews so much. But more recently, I don't know. There's something about them that...
They're pretty oily.
They're hitting me the right way these days.
Mm-hmm.
And I can appreciate them for who they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Hazelnut's probably going to be kind of low on my list. Mm-hmm. Although I do love hazelnuts because of the whole, sweets of it all.
Right, but who has ever just eaten it?
It's not good. It needs something, and that's why she's last.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry to the hazelnuts of the world, but you are last.
I mean, they know their place. They do best in spreads.
They do. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. Almonds are number one. I'm like, what other nuts are there now? Oh, peanuts. Oh, actually, no.
Actually, no. Peanuts don't count.
Oh, because they're legumes,
Peanuts
right?
are legumes. Do you know what does count under nuts? Coconuts. Coconuts are nuts. What? Yes. And do you know why I know this? The allergies.
Yes, so I do know that you are allergic.
When I got the test, they tested like all the nuts. And like there's differing levels of, effectiveness in my body. Right. So walnuts and pecans are like cannot eat at all. But, almonds don't bother me. Cashews, if I eat too many, my mouth gets a little bit itchy, but I don't go into full anaphylactic. Coconut, I've only recently started dabbling in because I used to get super itchy in my mouth with coconut. And it's because they are a nut.
What?
Like cocoa nut. Like, it's in the name, but you would never think because they're so fucking big.
I thought they were considered a fruit because of the coconut meat inside. What? That is wild.
Agriculture is also wild because there's so many weird exceptions to things, and the tomato is a fruit of it all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well then. Oh my God!
Bananas are berries.
I'm out. No. this is too much for me. You cannot tell me a banana is a berry because that is too much for my brain to understand. I'm like, no. A berry? No. Miss Banana? She's not.
The fact that grapefruit is called grapefruit and there's already a fruit called a grape, and also so why is it grapefruit? There's so many weird things, but the whole peanut is not a nut thing is so stupid because it's in the name.
Yeah. All right. I need to talk to some people in the food industry. Clearly someone who was in charge of naming everything got a little confused. Their boss didn't check their work. They're like, oh, no, this is great. Turn it in. It's great. It's fine. As is. No, I need to talk to someone.
They needed an editor up in there.
Okay, well, this kind of changes my answer a little bit because I love coconut. All right. Coconut's gonna come third.
Wow.
After walnuts, before pecans.
Yeah, but if we're just talking traditional nuts that you're gonna find in a bag, then
yeah. Oh, I love coconuts. They're so good.
I only kind of do.
I mean, that's true. To a person who is allergic to them. So you're going to have to take my word for it. They're incredible.
I mean, my mom loves them. So how I've been dabbling in coconuts is because at work, something that the kids that I sadly, used to nanny for, loved is coconut chicken, which isn't breaded in coconut like how you would think, because that's what I thought at first. But it's just chicken breaded in panko, but then you fry it in coconut oil. And it does give it like a coconut, like a mild coconut flavor. Oh my God, it's so good. And I was nervous to try it at first because, I had to make it for them. I was like, I want to try it. And so I just tried a little bit and then waited a while and like I was fine. So I think I don't know the science behind it, but maybe because it's like fully cooked and it's just the oil, I'm not like eating. So I feel like I'm not going to try like coconut milk because that's raw.
Right.
I feel like the more it's cooked, right? Does that make sense? Like it's breaking down.
Isn't that how you are with eggs too?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And like also at this job, I have trained myself because I had to learn how to make fried eggs well because the girls would eat fried eggs like almost every day. And so I would make them at home, like when I was off to like practice to make sure I could make them really well at work. And I was like, well, obviously I have to eat this. So at first at home, so I would have 7 days on and 7 days off. So like during the course of the 7 days that I did this, like I would make the fried egg like really well done. And then by the end of the week, I was making them like really runny. And I had like trained my body to not have an allergic reaction.
First of all, let's get into how you train your body to do that.
Because you just do it a little bit. It's like the whole like idea behind a vaccine. Like you have to like put yourself, like expose yourself to it, which I had known because with dogs and cats, if I'm around dogs and cats a lot, it doesn't bother me as much compared to like if I'm away from them for a long time and then have contact, it's really bad allergies. So I was like, I wonder if this will work. So I was like, okay, like first started off with like a well done egg because I know that I can eat eggs when they're fully cooked. And I was fine. And I was like, okay, I'll do a little bit less. And then now to this day, I'm still eating delicious fried eggs. I'm finally living my best egg life. Like this is years in the making, man.
Less because egg yolks,
they're so good.
So tasty. Sprinkle little sliced almonds on those eggs.
For a second, I was like, and I need to bring this back to almonds. And you know what? You did that.
I love a good
did that.
Back to you know me.
Circling back, callbacks.
I love a good callback.
I love a callback.
I'm like, call me back for everything. I love to be called back. A date, for a joke, a callback for an interview for a job, callback for audition if I did those things. All the callbacks are great.
Oh my God, speaking of which, the reason why we really started, I mean, I believe that the universe would have brought us together in another way.
Absolutely.
But the reason why we ever met up face-to-face one-on-one was because of an audition. Because we had been introduced between friends, and then we followed each other on Twitter, as you do.
True.
And then you had tweeted about auditioning for some a cappella group on campus. And I was like, wait, can I go with you? That sounds so fun. Neither of us made it, but we went together, and that's how we met one-on-one in real life.
And that's okay. Wait, wow. And it's funny that you bring this up because a few days ago, and I kid you not, I was thinking about wow, how lame it was that I had auditioned for an a cappella group in college. Even though it was the thing to do at the time.
No, and they were really good. And didn't you eventually get into it?
No, I got into the choir.
Oh, okay.
But I only did that for a semester because honestly,
I went and saw the concert, and it was.
Thank you so much. I do remember, and you bought me flowers, and wow, that is friendship, and also speaks to my love language of gifts. So thank you very much. Wow, you thought of me and brought this for me. This is a friend. But that a cappella group, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go ahead on the record. I'm saying it. Another controversial opinion. They weren't gonna let people in who weren't music majors. I think that it
was all a scam.
Absolutely. I feel like it was open auditions, but the people who were in that a cappella group, all music majors. Music majors. They all knew each other. I don't know. This is my theory. And
I believe you.
I think we have beautiful voices.
I do too.
I'm not trying to toot my own, but like in choir, I stole a couple of solos in high school. You know, like I'm pretty good.
And also, like, gonna throwback. I mean, obviously we didn't know each other in high school.
Oh my God, like, yeah, wow.
But like our choirs competed against each other, and like I don't even know what your solo was, but your solo, like when I started telling people from like high school who you were, when I found out like the solo that you had, which I can't even think of what it was to this day, but they were like, oh, I remember her. Like, so crazy.
It is crazy how far back we go before we actually knew each other. We would go to the same choir competitions, not know we were in the same auditorium. What? We could have started our friendship years ago.
Years.
But you know what? Life did find a way, and it was still through music. And I remember we were both like, after those auditions, we were kind of like, we're hungry. And I think this is like where we were starting to talk about the food trucks on campus.
Well, and was the audition on a Tuesday? Like, what did we start it that day?
I mean, I don't want to say be a liar, but it's very possible.
I mean,
I don't remember that, but
let's just make that canon right now.
For the romance of it all, it's canon. We had this a cappella audition, and then we went to these food trucks and ate. It was a Tuesday, and here we are now. And it, like, wow. Whoa. Wow. Love that.
I mean, it's our story to tell, so we're going to say that's what it is.
I'm saying it. Fine. It happened. And we didn't make the a cappella group, and that's okay because I'm saying it again. Controversy. It was lame.
It was rigged. Rigamorous. Rigamorous.
It was rigged. It was lame, and it's fine. And here we are.
It's fine, because look at us now.
Honestly, look at us now.
Or listen to us now, I guess. Because the listeners, I mean, I get to look at you because Zoom, the magic of the internet. But
I wonder if anyone who like that girl, she sounds like she's in a bikini right now. Because that's the truth.
Well, if they did want to see you, if you want to do a little plug, little self-promo right now is the time. If they wanted to see you in your bikini, where could they see those pics, girl?
Okay, so I have a fans account. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, I'm kidding. Some tea.
I'm kidding. I don't have an OnlyFans account, but the people who do, I think my OnlyFans account would just be so boring. It would just like be me like reading a book. I don't know. I'm like,
someone is probably into that.
True. Maybe I'd like risque it up and like wear a black bra.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
understated but still sensual.
That's my vibe. Understated and sensual. I mean, people can follow me on Twitter. The Instagram is locked. The Instagram is locked for friends only. I'm so sorry.
I feel really VIP right now.
It is very VIP. But the Twitter is open, and sometimes I post pictures of myself. So,
but Twitter, mostly you post really funny stuff, so they should follow you for jokes.
It's mostly my jokes. I will talk about depression. Yeah. I will talk about being at home with my parents, baby. Woo! I will talk about dogs. I will talk about popcorn. And sometimes it's funny, and most of the time it's one like, and that's okay.
And I feel like I like all of your tweets, so
you're probably the one. So thank you so much. That is, I will plug it now. I'll plug it. it, baby.
Do it. Plug it in.
Dacia AM. So that's DACIAAM, as in Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet.
Oh my God. Did you see? I think I retweeted it the other day. Someone was like thinking about Mercutio.
Wait. No, I did like that.
The, what's his name? Oh my God, what is his name?
Wait, who?
The director, Baz Luhrmann.
Oh, Baz Luhrmann, yeah. No, plus Julia.
Romeo plus Julia. Sorry, I got it twisted. Oh,
that was Baz Luhrmann's little twist for everyone.
But yeah, Mercutio in that movie, I am in love with.
Hot.
Super hot.
I'm like, are we gonna get into people that we think are hot? Like, I can talk about that.
I'm just like imagining Mercutio. Who is that actor? Like, I should look into it.
I don't know. I'm like, have I seen him in more?
Maybe.
It was also 20 years ago? He's probably still hot as hell.
Probably.
He's probably what the kids call zaddy. Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed?
You can say, I mean, I said it once, I'll say it again. You can say whatever you want on this podcast.
Incredible, because...
Except for, like, obviously, like, you know, racist.
Right. Yeah, this is not that.
That's not even, like, we're not even considering this.
Like, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm like,
I was just like, I guess I should probably, like, set some boundaries. So people oh, no, she's going to, like, say something really bad, you know.
I'm like, can I say penis?
Yeah.
Like, like, not that, like, that is the first thing that just came into my head right now, but, like, I'm talking about, like, that. I think
the fact that, like, I'm going to name this episode A Handful of Nuts, and, like, obviously it sounds a little risque. I think people will know this isn't, like, a family-friendly podcast. You know, right. Listeners beware, probably not safe for work, SFW.
Yeah. I'm like, should I take my top off? No, I'm kidding.
Now it's OnlyFans.
Now it's an OnlyFans to just you.
I'm the only fan.
You're the only fan. The only person who likes my tweets, and you are my only fan now. We love this.
I pay you with airtime on my podcast that 5 people will listen to, including you.
That's all I ever want to be paid with. Like, I only want to be paid in airtime. Because you know what? Time is money, baby. Time is money.
Time is money indeed. Oh my gosh, Dacia, I've loved having you on Snacktime today. Thank you for sharing a handful of nuts with me. Do you have any last things to say about a handful of nuts before we come to an end?
All right. I do want to say some last words.
Wow, okay.
First of all, thank you so much for having me on this podcast. I hope it's been entertaining. I know I went on a few tangents, and, like, that's just life, babe. Like,
I think a good indicator is that my face hurts from smiling and laughing. So.
Oh my God, stop. I will cry. I am emotional. It's fine.
I'm like, we are, like, you know, it's like getting to, like, the amount of time that I want the episode to be, but I'm also I need to rest my face. Like,
okay, yes. We can't laugh this much.
That's just foolish to have this much joy. I need to tone it back.
Too much.
What are we? A handful of nuts?
It's satisfying. You know what I mean? Like, a handful of nuts, an hour of us talking and smiling. It's perfect. It's just the right amount. I just want to wrap it up and say, like, nuts, almonds, specifically, you know, never forget that almonds are the moment. They are icons. They are versatile. And if you're allergic, like, that's okay. But
you're missing out.
You're missing out. You're absolutely missing out. Nuts are beautiful and perfection and my favorite snack. And also, like, kind of, they're good, you know, they're good for you in moderation, like the rest of food and life. But nuts, we love them. And those are my parting words.
I love that so much. Thank you again, Dacia, for sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your humor, your loveliness.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait until you come back because we have so much more to talk about.
Protein smoothies.
We might protein smoothies. We might have to do another episode of just all the snacks that you hate, like a hater's like roast, like.
Okay, sign me up for that one because I love my opinions on the foods that I really don't like, which aren't that many foods. I'm going to be really honest, but I have All right, we'll save for, I'm not gonna tell what I do or do not like right now, except for a handful of nuts.
Yeah, the time on the playground, like, it's fun and games, but sometimes there's some shade being thrown, like a little bit of goss, a little bit of drums, and when we do our haters roast of snacks episode, we're gonna bring it.
And we're gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring like a handful of roasted nuts.
Oh my God. And I think that is where this ends. Thank you so much for listening, listeners. And again, Dacia, it's been a pleasure. Stay up to date with new Snacktime episodes, merch, and more on Instagram at SnackTimePod. That's SnackTimepod. See you there.